connecting you with Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the world. This is TMJ4 News at 5.
We're the United States of America. There's nothing we can't do if we do it together.
First at 5, President Biden pays a Labor Day visit to Milwaukee.
Speaking to the Labor Fest crowd, the president praised unions and blasted so-called MAGA Republicans.
Now today kicks off a 9-week sprint to crucial midterm elections. Wisconsin was his first stop in his tour of swing states, and that could determine the future of the U.S. Senate.
We have team coverage of the president's visit. Uba Ali has talked to voters and has heard from Wisconsin's candidates for governor. First,
Bruce Harrison live from Meyer Festival Park with the president's message. Bruce.
Carol and Ryan, the last people are now leaving Labor Fest, and many of them, quite frankly, were gushing over President Biden's remarks today about job creation and inflation in Wisconsin. But statewide, he's not nearly as popular as Democrats would prefer, especially ahead of critical midterm elections.
Unions, electricians, iron workers, leather carriers, teamsters, laborers, bricklayers, transit workers, plumbers, and pipe fitters.
President Biden making his Labor Fest debut. He says unions first helped elect him nearly half a century ago.
The middle class built America. Everybody knows that. But unions built the middle class. That's a fact.
Biden promoting his infrastructure plan as a jobs creator.
It's like so surreal, like I've never seen him in person, and like he's literally right there in front of me.
Biden also saying the country's heading backward, blaming MAGA Republicans.
Not every Republican is a MAGA Republican. Not every Republican embraces that extreme ideology. I know because I've been able to work with mainstream Republicans my whole career.
Republican leaders in the state this morning criticizing Democrats on labor and student debt forgiveness.
And unfortunately, what we're seeing right now is leadership, both at the governor level and the presidential level, that are taking that for granted and at times kind of throwing it back in the face of our hardworking individuals.
Biden's visit also important for Governor Tony Evers and Senate candidate Mandela Barnes, both in tough races this November. Now, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes was not at Labor Fest. His campaign says he'd committed to some other Labor Day activities. Statewide, Marquette polling shows that 55% of Wisconsin voters disapprove of the job President Biden's doing. Carol, Ryan?
Wisconsin truly a swing state, and our votes are very important. Thank you, Bruce. Both gubernatorial candidates spoke before the president's visit to Milwaukee, and both highlighted different issues they believe are top priorities. Our Uba Ali talked to voters today about what they believe is important. Uba joins us live. Uba.
On this Labor Day, Governor Tony Evers and businessman Tim Michels are capitalizing on President Joe Biden's visit by taking a stance on issues Wisconsinites are concerned about.
Build jobs and connect workers with good-paying, in-demand jobs across the state.
I'm all about the Wisconsin economy. I'm all about jobs.
Hours before President Biden delivered his remarks, Michels spoke outside Summerfest grounds focusing on the president's student loan forgiveness plan.
Why should people that didn't go to college or that paid their own college tuition have to pay the tuition for those that went to college? This is absurd.
An issue very personal for Mary Dunn, who has $60,000 in student loan debt.
The $500-600 that I'm paying toward my student loans every month is money that I could be filtering into the economy. And
for Governor Evers, it was all about infrastructure and investing in high-paying jobs.
Just this last week, I directed funding to help prepare more than 1,400 Wisconsin students for a wide range of high-wage, high-skilled and high-demand careers.
We have to make sure that we are intentional about providing opportunities as far as job opportunities, high-paying, family-sustaining jobs.
Marie Hemming, a small business owner, cares about more job availability but worries about inflation.
We can get more high-paying jobs, but if inflation keeps catching up with it, it's you might as well talk about imaginary numbers.
And she's not the only one feeling the pinch.
The price of a can of beans go up from 99 cents to $2.50. It's been really tough on us.
No matter who you ask, voters say they want to see a leader move Wisconsin in the right direction. Another issue that is top of mind for voters, Carol, is community safety and what it's going to take to curb the violence here in the city and make it safer. For now, live in Milwaukee, Uba Ali, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, people all over the country concerned with that. Thank you very much, Uba. Evers and Michaels will meet next month for a debate right here on TMJ4. It's October 20th, live at Marquette University. Shannon Sims and Charles Benson will moderate the week before. We're going to bring you a debate between the Democrat and Republican Senate nominees.
We are turning now to another shooting downtown near Milwaukee's entertainment district. 2 people hit by gunfire this morning near MLK and State, just steps away from the location of Friday night's police shootout. Jessica Maduker is live near that scene. Jessica.
Ryan, and thankfully those 2 victims are expected to be okay, but Milwaukee police are still searching for that suspect that pulled the trigger this morning. Now, this shooting comes just 2 days after that chaotic police chase and shootout that happened just a few blocks away. Locals in this area shared with me that they are frustrated to continue to see violence spike.
Many of us have families, and we just, want to be at peace, and sometimes we come out at night and we just want to be able to feel safe.
But Rafael Rodriguez fears the crime downtown is only getting worse.
Sometimes we have even come out with our baby girl, of course. I'm went into a bar to eat and things like that, and my eyes are open because anything can happen.
It's what many experienced Friday night. This cell phone video recorded by bystanders near Edison and Juneau, right outside of the Trinity Pub, shows the end of a chase and shootout between police and a suspect who is wanted in a homicide. Milwaukee police shot and killed Ernest Blakeney. He was wanted for killing his girlfriend and then setting her house on fire. During the shootout, a 22-year-old woman from Hudson was hit. Police say she was standing outside when she was shot. She was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Today, more victims from out of town injured in gun violence. According to police, a 30-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman from Chicago were shot just before 1:30 this morning near MLK and State.
It resonates with me because, we no longer live closer to the downtown, but we did before. And, it hits home. I mean, all we want is to be able to just have the peace and be able to come out and have a good time.
Right, and I reached out to a majority of these businesses in close proximity to where these shootings occurred, asking them what they want to see different from city leaders. None of them could provide a comment. Reporting live downtown, Jessica Maduker, TMJ4 News.
Jessica, thank you very much. Happening right now, a search for 3 young sisters missing since Friday. Now take a look at their pictures. Here they are. 11-year-old Jakiria Macklin, 13-year-old Zaria Cleveland, and 14-year-old Tamia Washington. Police say all 3 might be in the Chicago area. Macklin was last seen around 10 o'clock Friday near 48th and Valete. Now, if you've seen any of these young ladies or you know where they might be, please call Milwaukee Police. The number you see right there on your screen.
New at 5, walking away from addiction. A Cudahy man completed his journey today, walking 5 days from Green Bay to Cudahy to raise awareness for drug addiction and recovery.
So when I decided to do this, that's what my main goal was, is to show that we can recover and be productive members of society and do things that are positive. And I wanted to bring awareness to addiction because I feel like people don't talk about it enough.
His trek also raised more than $14,000 for the local homeless outreach group, Street Angels.
Wow, impressive. Well, still ahead at 5, new information on a teacher abducted during an early morning jog.
And a new ruling that will slow down the investigation into confidential documents found at the home of former President Trump.
And just a few hours left of the holiday weekend, and it's a very nice stretch. Temperatures will be in the 60s by 6 o'clock, and will stay in the mid to upper 60s until around 10 o'clock. What kind of issues do you have to deal with tomorrow morning or the rest of the week? I'll show you coming up.
And on this Labor Day, the state of the Wisconsin workforce means a lot of people struggling to find employees, but there's good news for workers and how unions say they are affected tonight at 6.